trying to protect and shield President Trump from accountability and oversight. And so I say the production of the tax records is long overdue. When it says shall produce, I think that means you turn it over right away. And what's interesting about this is not something that President Trump can now drag his heels on again, because it is the Treasury Department that has these physical documents. And so President Trump can't thwart it now by filing a lawsuit to prevent his disclosure of the documents himself. It is the Treasury Department that has them, has been directed to turn them over, and there's no longer any block in the way at that.
Really clear analysis, and Barbara, as you often do, you've given us the very...
Where were we at?
Say, gosh, I've heard about this before. Is this going to be years longer? And you've really reminded everyone exactly why there are systems in place, and when the law is applied. As I say, this goes directly from the executive branch to the legislative. There's not a role for Trump to drag it out. Barbara and David,
nigga, you don't want none of this.
Both. Coming up, we look at Republican officials that are trying to block safety measures recommended to deal with a more contagious version of COVID. Dr. Dean is here. Also tonight, I gotta tell you, we have a very special conversation planned, because we do like to end the week right, and we have Steve Kornacki live from Tokyo. Also, Big Friday, because the Nobel Prize winner himself and the lauded economist Paul Krugman is here. We're gonna get into the incentives, the economics of COVID, and a whole lot more, and why he's warning about Republican COVID truthers. Stay with us.
You want to talk about it. You ready?
You ready? Ready.
You ready?
That's close enough.
No. Stand still.
I'm ready if you are. Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of the colon. I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk? You can
T-Mobile gives you more ways than ever to get out there. We're America's largest 5G network.
I don't.
So get out there.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
And new customers can get up to 4 on us. Experience it with our new Magenta Max plan with unlimited
Depends on the
premium data that can't
questions.
slow down
You
based
run
on how much
Omega?
smartphone data you use. And connect
I am Omega.
40 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data included. That's right, unlimited premium data. And the
I
iPhone
am
12 on us. Get out there with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Talok be tripping.
The new City
But you
Custom
need
Cash
more.
Card, a different
Everyone
kind of
needs
card that
more
rewards
something
Rashida
than
where
they
her spending is trending. Just ask
I'm the
overly
boss,
confident
CEO,
DIY
queen if
Rashida.
you're...
Wait, is this the right wall?
Or last-minute gift shopping,
Omega
Rashida?
has no title to ruler and only...
Even sneaking away for a vacay, Rashida?
I've earned this, okay?
From home improvement, drugstores, select travel, and more.
Don't
Earn 5%
fuck
cash back that
with
automatically adjusts to your top eligible spend category. Up to $500 spent each billing cycle.
Sounds like neither of us likes being jerked around. And on your ship, that would matter.
Reimagine.
Here, we
Reinvented.
entertain my preferences.
Recognized. Introducing the Monogram Professional Range. Exquisite design, revolutionary cooking
So,
precision, with
what
the
can I do for
only
you?
gas burner to control
Trying to
heat
track down
down to the
Archangel.
degree.
You
We
and
are redefining the world of
You want him
luxury
dead, too.
appliances, one detail at a time. Monogram.
I'm putting a team
Luxury
together.
Appliances.
He's on my list.
For your
Interesting.
best
You're gonna
back-to-school
make some
smile,
enemies, teaming
Crest
up.
has you covered.
That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now. What
It
kind
isn't
of
my
trouble?
vision, so
The
my
local
plan includes
merc
preservation.
groups join forces to take him down. They've got him
What's
cornered.
that?
But it sounds like they're having
Damper?
trouble finishing him
Damper.
off.
He gets rid
They've
of
started
mosquitoes.
hiring anybody with a gun.
Damper attracts and
Sounds like that
processes
might be
moisture.
articulate.
Eliminating the
They're
source
using a
of
private
mosquitoes.
room for recruiting.
Mustiness,
Just over
gone.
there. I'm sure they'll sign you up. What can you tell me about Archangel? Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life
We call
difficult.
that the green light effect.
He's reckless
Green
and
Light's the debit card for
idealistic.
kids, with an app that
But he
teaches them
seems
how
to
to
know
earn
enough
and
to
manage
stay
money. Now Noah's saving more than he's spending. Join more than 3 million parents and kids.
Which
at
merc groups are after
greenlightcard.com.
Archangel?
Managing
Blue
your money
Suns,
can be
Eclipse,
hard.
Blood Pack.
What if there was a secret
They're
plan
Omega's
to
major
control
players.
services that helped
Unless they're at war,
organize
you'll
your spending,
never see them together.
manage unwanted
But one thing they hate more than each
and
other
lower your bills.
is Archangel.
Download Truebill, your all-in-one finance app. They're here.
Hate
Seasonal
Archangel?
favorites from Impact.
I don't have time for
The
hate.
grocery delivery service
But I
on a mission
distrust
to build a
them
better
all.
food system, offering sustainable,
For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
Shop now. Get 20% off your
I
first 4
appreciate the
orders
help.
with code PERFECT4.
See if you
at
still feel that way when the mercs
imperfectfoods.com/TV.
realize you're here to help him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm looking for more than Solus. You know where I can find him? The Solarian Doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague
There is a
victims in the
COVID
quarantine
resurgence
zone.
across the United States.
I always liked Morty.
Now, you might be
He's as
tired
likely to
of hearing
heal
about all
you
this.
as he is to shoot
Tired
you.
of the COVID zigzag. Tired of these endless, honestly
Can you tell
depressing
me
and
about
frustrating
him?
stories.
Used to be part of the
Let me
Solarian
tell you
Special
something right off
Tasks
the
Group.
bat.
He's
COVID
brilliant
don't care.
and
COVID
dangerous.
don't care if
Just
we're
don't get
exhausted or over it or
Never shuts up.
frustrated. That
If
even
you really
following
need to
many
find
rules
him,
has not
a
stemmed
shuttle
this
to the
recurring
quarantine zone.
atavistic
No
pandemic
guarantee
in
they'll
America.
let you in, of course.
COVID don't care. Now I am quoting someone
you
to make
must
this
know
point.
what's what
it's
on
not a
Omega.
singer
Everything
or a
that's worth
rapper, but
knowing.
before expounding on
usually
the
give it out
reference,
for
let me
you.
be clear about this problem.
Information is
And the
power.
facts.
Mundane
This
things
new
you can
COVID
find
is far more
yourself.
contagious than the old one.
Take a walk in a
COVID
back
evolves
alley or
quickly.
buy
COVID
one of the mercs a drink.
ketchup, and that's not a problem
Better
with the
yet,
science. It's a
To
problem
the
with COVID.
entertainers.
Internal
They give great
CDC
advice.
research now
Just don't
shows
waste my time.
this new COVID. they, excuse me.
Tell me how you
they
got
call
set
it
up
the
here.
Delta variant, but it's just a new type of COVID,
That's as privileged
and it
as
has 10
information
times the
gets.
virus load.
I have many
of
friends
original
and enemies I
COVID-19.
keep at varying distances.
Vaccinations are still a great
I
shield
don't count you
because
on either.
even in rare cases where
We'll
vaccinated
see how
can get
useful you
infected,
prove.
the vaccine
Bitch,
still
please.
works because
Don't be on my
the
dick.
vaccinated don't get
Short
very sick
answer?
or die usually.
Mind your
And your own damn
The
business.
problem here is Delta can still house
One
itself
scan and we're
in the
straight to
nose and the
business.
throat of the vaccinated,
People are usually
which
more
gives
concerned
COVID
about
time to
who I
infect
am.
others.
Your death was
Even if the
downplayed, but
vaccine
hardly
protects,
what I
in
call
most cases, the
secret.
vaccinated carrier
I'm sure it was really you.
from that more serious harm.
You could have been
or
anyone,
from COVID
anything.
and this Delta
Whatever you
variant
need will
reaching
come
your
out on
lungs,
its own.
where more harm can be done.
Curious, but
This is
Omega doesn't
more
really care.
transmissible than a common cold, the CDC learning. We know how easily colds move around. It's also more
Maybe
transmissible
I'll
than
come back
scary
later.
diseases like Ebola.
Maybe I'll be here.
Scientists like the transmission rate to something more like chicken pox. The government has concluded that this
I hear you.
scarier, worse form of COVID, this Delta variant, means the war has changed. This according to new
You'll get
documents
paid when the
obtained by
job's
Washington
done,
Post.
just like everyone else.
This is
Who's
not a
next?
joke. This is still a national crisis. COVID don't care if you're exhausted.
You're in the
COVID
wrong
don't
place,
care if you
honey.
wanna move
Strippers'
on.
quarters are that way.
COVID don't care if you're waiting on getting a vaccine till
Wow, not even a smile. So you're here to fight then?
Why am I talking like this? I happen to be
Sure.
quoting one of the most
This is the
viral
place to
videos
go
ever
after Archangel.
about one of nature's
This
toughest
is the
beasts,
place.
a honey badger.
Standard fee is
Including a
500
video
credits
that's been
each.
viewed over
You
90
get
million
paid when
times,
the
showing
job's
people
done.
riveted
You die, your friends
by the
don't
tough,
collect
cruel
your share.
realities
You'll need your
of
own
nature.
weapons and armor. Looks like you got that
Look,
covered.
snakes up
And
your tree.
no, this
Honey
does
badger
not
don't
make you
care.
a
The
member
honey
of the
badger
Blue
don't care.
Suns,
It's getting
Eclipse, or
stung
the
like
Blood
1,000
Pack,
times.
or a
And then look,
freelancer.
get away from me, says
Period.
the snake. Get
Any
away from
questions?
me. Honey badger don't care. They have no regard for any other animal whatsoever. Look, and it's just
Why
one
the
scene.
mercs?
Ew,
He
eating
does
snakes.
everything
Honey
he
badger
can
don't
to
care.
screw with us. Shipments come. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits.
Honey badger don't care,
And man,
and neither does COVID.
Is he a heavy
It
hitter?
don't care.
How many merc
You heard
bosses
the
are
quote
involved
there.
in
It
this
has
attack?
no regard for any
yeah,
animal
Tarek
whatsoever.
runs the Blue Suns.
So
But
I
all
submit
three
to you
bosses
as we
are overseeing
try
the
to find
operation.
different ways to deal with
Jared's
this. We have a
leading
honey
the
badger
Eclipse,
problem in
guards the
America.
head of the Blood
The
Pack.
people who thought
Tarek's in
that they had a
charge,
handle
but
on this are
the others
finding
would
their
never say
confidence
that.
quickly
I'm
crushed
surprised they're
if
in on
they
this
are
at all,
unlucky
but I
enough
guess getting rid of
to
Archangel
get
was
this new
worth it.
COVID, to face a savage honey badger type threat that don't care. So while I
What
am
do we do
appealing
once
to you
we're
to
there?
think about this
How do we get
any
to
which way,
Archangel?
including a viral
The
video,
mercs will tell you when you get there.
we are very
Last I
serious.
heard, they were putting the
Take their
freelancers
advice.
into scouting
A
groups.
31-year-old
They
Missouri
attack
man
in waves to
rushed
distract
to the ER
Archangel while
and
we
then
try
the
to get past
ICU,
his defenses.
struggling to breathe his breath, struggling to live.
So
He
we're
was
just
put on a
fodder
ventilator.
for his bullets?
And then,
If you
doctors
don't like
struggled.
it, don't sign up.
At that point,
But
given
if you
how
do your
bad
job
COVID
right,
in this new variant,
it's easy
in this new
credits.
world was crushing him,
Besides,
that he had about a
what are the
20%
odds he can
chance
kill all
of
of them?
surviving. That's what it looked like. And he recounted the
Where's the
scene.
attack taking place?
Reading from his
Archangel's
quote
base
in
of
the Associated
operations.
Press,
He's
the
been
doctor
hiding right
told
under
me
our noses.
he was
I
going to
can't
let
tell
my
you
wife
exactly
and kid
where you're
in,
going,
so I
but
could
we'll
say
get
my
you there.
goodbyes because
Where do we go?
he explained he
Just
didn't
head
think
over to the transport
the doctor,
depot outside the
the
club.
quote,
One of our
I
boys
was
will take
going
it from
to
there.
pull.
Send in the next one.
he had to say his
Hey,
goodbyes
is this where
to
I
his
sign
wife and kicked. That's already traumatic no matter what comes after that, and that was based on the fact that
I'm old enough.
the odds were 80% he was going to die
I know how to use a gun.
of COVID.
So does Archangel.
I can handle
Parker
myself.
speaking out to share.
Besides,
while
I
he
just
thought
spent
his
50 credits on this
conservative
pistol that I
values, he
wanted to
said, meant that he should avoid vaccines.
Get your money back.
He's telling everyone tonight, and we're
Hey,
playing this so
what do
you
you-
can hear him directly, that he was right, he says. And that
Well,
people
thank
should
you
get
later.
vaccinated so they don't ever have to face saying goodbye to their children, to their boy, like he did.
I'm strongly against getting the vaccine. Just because we're a strong conservative family. But that little boy out there.
How you lose your kid in here?
That little boy's a reason to have the vaccine. We are glad that this family seems to be trying to pull through and they're speaking out. We want you to hear what they have to say. We have no judgment of their history, but we want you to understand what they're living through. We have a doctor who's also a policymaker, Dr. Dean, Governor Dean, with us, and we're back in 60 seconds.
Peacock streaming the best in live sports. From the Ryder Cup to exclusive Premier League matches. This is what legends are calling every week of Sunday Night Football. You can watch for free and for more.
Breathe more freely with powerful flares and beat.
Farben.
Breathe nasal airflow 2 times more than the leading allergy spray in hour 1.
Charlton.
Flares indeed. Get more airflow. So then I said to him, you want to customize your car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so you only pay for what you need. Hot dog or chicken? Only pay for what you need.
Experience hybrid performance that takes you further.
Say
The
something,
Lexus
Commander.
Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Get 0.9% APR financing on all 2021 Lexus hybrid
That's all
models.
it takes.
Experience and win.
Tarrying bastard. Looks like you broke the first rule of the maker. Don't order a drink at after.
We're joined now by a medical doctor who understands the intersection of policy making and medicine.
Humans aren't
Of course, the
welcome
Governor
at
of Vermont,
Afterlife.
former DNC
It's
chair,
just that
presidential
one
candidate,
Italian
Dr. Dean. Thank you
bartender.
for
He's
being
got
here.
to stick up his ass.
So what you just said didn't make sense, dummy.
A while back. No one does a thing about it.
Let's start with
Humans
what
ain't exactly
that man said, because so much that happens in public dialogue or politics is a cycle of criticism.
That bartender tried to
I
poison
want to
me.
wish the family well.
Tried is the
I
word.
want to thank him for
As far
speaking
as I
out,
know,
as
you're
he
the
put
first
it, his
to
conservative
survive.
values, he
Me
said,
and my friend Jake
led
went
him
there
to
to
think he should be
celebrate our
skeptical of
shipping
vaccines, and
business.
now he's speaking out.
Got
Your
real
your
drunk.
thoughts?
And an hour later,
Look, this has nothing to do with being conservative or liberal. And honestly, it has nothing to do with being Republican or Democrat, and it doesn't have anything
he
to do
won't
with
be
whether you like
expecting
Donald
you.
Trump or not.
That's for sure.
Science is
Give that
science, and the
Batarian
facts are
bastard
the
what he
facts.
deserves.
I'm incredibly grateful. It was a very emotional video. I'm incredibly grateful that he allowed that to be used, and maybe some of his conservative brethren will realize that science is not conservative or liberal. It's just the facts.
Yeah. We have this picture that also is out there, and again, this stuff's always difficult because it's real people's lives, but they participated. I want to emphasize, the family spoke to the AP for a reason. They want this out there. This is him on the screen. It's him and the boy, because he's trying to talk to other parents. And if you're thinking about your children, you're probably thinking less about what the heck is on Breitbart or Fox News.
Do I know you?
Yeah, that is the thing. I mean, real human beings think about their children, they think about their families. They don't think about Trump or politics or
What do you
whatever.
think
When it
these
comes
people
right
will
down to
do
it, what
when they
else do you
find out
have?
you're poisoning your
But your kids and
customers?
your family.
Poisoning what now?
You know, again,
This
I'm
has nothing
incredibly
to do with
grateful
you.
that this guy
Who's
allowed
next?
his
Turians?
video to go
You
viral
don't like them
and,
either, right?
and allowed you to
Answer
put
the
it on
damn
MSNBC.
questions, Forvan.
You want a piece of me?
Viral and allowed you to put it on MSNBC. This is really important. And Biden points out all the time is this is not about red and blue, and it's not about politics. We're trying to get people better. We're trying to prevent them from making things worse. And the Delta variation is so bad in the United States because so many people have refused to be vaccinated. And the person who said that was Kay Ivey, the conservative governor of Alabama.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I appreciate what you said that this is science. I report the news, so we look at sources and experts, we fact check, and then we report out. If COVID was getting less contagious, Dr. Dean, I would love to report that out. I love when we have some type of good news. The facts are we're learning from the studies, from CDC, from the nature of this, that it's getting more contagious, not less. which would require someone, even if at one point they reached a conclusion for their own life, that they thought they could weather it. Whatever, however they reach that conclusion, they have to at least take a second look, because they're facing something that's much more contagious. Dr. Fauci has been very clear about this. We had him on the video. I want to play a little bit of how he was walking us through the transmission. Take a look.
You're dealing with a formidable virus. This Delta variant has a great capability of spreading from person to person. So rather than dealing with a much less formidable virus, most of the time you're being confronted with the Delta variant, which puts you at considerable risk.
At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
What do you think is incumbent on all the people with jobs that you used to hold, governors, who really are front line on this, presidents out there as well, to try to make sure that people are getting the right public health message?
Archangel's been
that this is not the COVID of a year and a half ago. That scientifically this is a worse, more contagious.
Try, don't give bad service to the people, to your boss. When you're the governor, the people are the boss, not you. And do what's in their best interest. The reason the New England states have done so well, and we do have 2 Republican governors out of 6 up here, is that those Republican governors and the Democratic governors, 3 Republican governors out of 6, pardon me, those Republican governors did the right thing, and they followed the science, and they did what had to be done, and it was unpopular. We have a Republican governor who went after and successfully prosecuted a guy who...
Dang it, I didn't even see what I chose.
Of course, they had a mask on. He also was a UPS agent and lost...
Dang it, I did it again.
UPS. Look, we in politics owe it to protect the people who elected us and who pay our salaries. And that is not what's going on in a lot of these conservative states. Just like the disease that Trump has given us all is that he is interested in power and himself. He is not interested in people who support him. And I like those Republican governors and respect them. Mike DeWine, I don't agree with anything, but he's done a great job in Ohio getting the message out there, whether his constituency likes it or not. And that's your job in politics. It's not to get yourself elected forever by saying whatever comes into your head, even though it's crazy. Your job is to serve the people who are paying your salary. And there's too many people that aren't doing that nowadays, and a lot of them are below the North Carolina, Virginia border, which is why there's so much trouble in the South.
Sounds like a suicide mission to me.
Pretty much. But you look like you can handle it.
I hope people
Head
are
up to the
listening.
boulevard and get to the 3rd barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
Absolutely. We have a lot more as we round out the week, including the one and only Steve Kornacki from the big board.
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout,
He's
but they
live in
can't
the
get
Olympics with us tonight. But first, another very special guest when we look at the economics of COVID, these new incentives, and the Republican COVID truth. Paul Krugman is here next.
But they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
It's streaming, live sports, exclusive shows, and exclusive originals.
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We got teams digging, but it's taking too long.
Voices are on
If they can
weekend
get the
mornings on
gunship flying again,
MSNBC.
that'll help.
Saturdays,
But I'm
Tiffany
hoping the
Fox takes on
infiltration
today's
team will
crucial
finish the
issues.
job.
Are you okay with the fact that these rules that you want to put in place
Are we using a gunship to take out one guy?
millions of people of color?
And Sundays, Jonathan Capehart asks the most pressing questions of our biggest newsmakers.
Why not? To say flat out what's happening on the southern border is a crisis.
The Cross Connection and the Sunday Show. Live Saturdays and Sundays beginning at 10 on MSNBC.
I better go find Sergeant
No
Kafka.
once daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps people breathe easier and improves lung function. It also helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
Rush hour. Never
The first wave goes in. The infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise.
Lexus Golden Opportunity Salesman.
I Don't
At
expect
least the
much from the
2021
freelancers.
IS
When
300
they
to
fail,
379 a
we're
month for
next.
36 months.
Experience amazing.
I look for the well-held
The light mechs
safety
go in
like my
first.
favorite
Not
thing.
enough, we send
It
in the
means
heavy.
health and safety measures have met rigorous scientific standards. So look for the well seal.
Look for the well health safety seal outside and feel more confident going inside. I became a SoFi member because
Save. Good part to save.
it's just one simple way to pay it off.
It was an easy decision to apply with SoFi loans, just based on the interest rate and how much I would be saving.
There was only one that stood out, and one that actually made sense, and that was SoFi.
Have a good day. Never gonna die today.
Never-ending trap of interest and payments and
Can't touch the red.
At Avocado Green Mattress, we're in this for healthy people and a healthy planet. To give more than we take. That's why we're proud to be 1% for the planet's 2020 Pinnacle Award winner. To be a certified B Corporation, to be organic, and to actually offset more carbon emissions than we produce. All to raise the bar for what it means to be a sustainable brand. Learn more at avocadogreenmattress.com.
I started Daily Harvest because I wanted to create food without
Save again, because you don't want to do that bad boy again.
food that's made from actual fruits and vegetables, not Dunkin' fillers. We are daily
No!
take care of food, so food can take care
And I fucked up, bro. I can't believe I just did that.
Secret financial control center that helps you organize your spending, manage unwanted subscriptions, and lower
Sometime.
download Truebill.
See? Now I gotta do that stupid thing all over again. Golly. This is why you save, ladies and gentlemen.
Policy, economics,
For
and the
ignorant
pandemic.
stuff like
Nobel Prize winning
this.
economist
Bro,
Paul
I can't believe I did that.
looking at what he calls a red state crisis in his latest New York Times piece, with COVID spiking, and especially in Republican-dominated areas that have low vaccination rates, which correlate
Go
with
down.
voting for Trump. While the piece notes that this is not isolated only on the right, when you look at areas like Mississippi and Louisiana,
Everywhere. But it's extremely lopsided looking across parts of the country. So New York has fewer than 1,000 people hospitalized.
Save.
Florida has well over 7,000.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
It's the states where
I know, baby. I know.
elected officials have been, don't get vaccinated, or this is that Florida, just all of that stuff. And that has consequences that go beyond. I'm not an expert.
Car, bitches.
But one of the things we were very worried about early in this crisis was not simply that people get infected, but that
Who shot you?
overwhelm the healthcare
Oh my. What the?
and that you have a whole lot
That
of
looks a
secondary
little
deaths
difficult.
consequently because of that. And we're right at the point of having that happen, but only in red states. So
Give me that.
Things are not okay. I mean, you want to be watching yourself. You probably do need to be more careful. But the immediate crisis, we're really back to where we were in the early stages of this being a runaway thing, and it's a partisan political thing. States in that position should
What's
be
back here?
emergency measures.
I don't remember this.
Mask mandates, vaccination mandates, but of course those are exactly the places where the politicians really refuse to do any of that.
Oop.
Yeah. And then you have what has become more of an emphasis on public health messaging than public health resources in the United States.
Mad kid.
Looking for a cure. Now we have a cure. I'm speaking loosely, but
more stuff.
We can use this.
Take it. So yesterday, the president talking about paying people to take it. As an economist, what is your view of those kind of pilot programs?
Whatever works. I mean, the cost. Is if you refuse to get vaccinated, you are putting yourself at risk, but you're also putting a lot of other people at risk. And so it's like drunk driving. It's a bad thing for yourself to be a drunk.
Alrighty then.
In danger of being killed. And if we can do stuff to give people an incentive, it doesn't even have to be very much. Just something to remind people to get through this. What's amazing is this sort of triviality. People think they've heard something on Facebook, or they caught a few minutes of Tucker Carlson.
I don't care. I'm commander.
On the line, they're putting other people's lives on the line. So whatever it takes. I mean, we've had a scientific miracle
And now we're
I don't know who that is.
whatever the opposite of a miracle is at the social level, where this cure is not being taken up, and it's catastrophe for no reason.
Anyway, the infiltration team is about
You said whatever the
to give us
opposite of a
signal.
miracle is, I think,
Archangel
at least
won't
according to
go
science, the opposite of a
away.
miracle is
Questions?
Nope.
Well, yeah, we have that as you point out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most. We have.
Talk. Hey, when that happens.
This was the most liberating thing. We have a vaccine. It doesn't eliminate all risk, but it.
I just plan the attacks.
But it's tremendously helpful, and it makes it possible if enough people, if basically if everybody gets vaccinated, then we can go back to living our normal lives. And
These guys don't look like they ever shot a gun before. Fresh suits.
Archangel's got quite a surprise waiting for him.
Getting off from work, dude. There are all kinds of reasons which we should be addressing.
Gotta get it back to 100% before Terra decides he needs it again.
Really gratuitous is very much in states with basically Trump voting states.
You're working too
I
hard.
think you just you're a pretty smart guy.
Fried your butt.
That's very incisive, which is freedom from disease, freedom from the risk of death, is a very solid way to think about it.
Well, let's not wait around too
just
long.
like some people look at having a beer as freedom from being healthy at the end of the week. You have a beer, or you have a headache, and the aspirin is the freedom from the headache. So you can almost play some of that game if you want to call it that way or think about it that way. I have another thing I put on the screen to ask you about, because you hear so much about this.
What the heck going on with this gun? There we go.
Does it affect people's lives or not? One of the conservative things attacking government spending
Let me blow up that bomb. Come on, didn't blow up. I know who I am with.
Here's the chart.
Anybody? Anybody?
Crashing with federal spending and the new Biden programs. Triple any recent period, the bar on the right. You're very familiar with this. This is your area of expertise.
Oh, I knew there was some swerve there.
In America.
Swerve right.
If you want to help poor people.
Oh.
We've had being told.
Headshot. Headshot. Oh, I killed you already. I didn't think I did.
We'll have a debt crisis, the federal government. And then under the strain of the pandemic, we abruptly did all of these things that we've been told you can't do. And they worked. People's lives
Dome Depot.
Despite the pandemic, despite everything,
Sucker.
were made better. And there's absolutely no reason why we couldn't continue to do a lot to, we have right now this child tax credit that unfortunately it's not permanent, at least not yet, unless
Garrus, my nigga.
Poverty almost dead. And it doesn't actually even cost that much money. The thing about it is that they're so poor. What are you doing here? We've been doing so little to help them.
Keeping my skills sharp.
That's what she meant.
Little target practice. Politics and the mythology.
Been better, but it sure is good to see a friendly face. Killing months is hard work, especially on my own.
We can easily virtually end child poverty in this country.
I got fed up with all the bureaucratic crap on the Citadel.
I
figured I could do more good on my own. At least it's not hard to fight criminals here. All I have to do is
pretend that it never happened, but we've just seen just how much good government can do.
All fair points.
How'd you manage to piss off
from
every
an
major
economist and what
organization
you
in the
just said as well about the cohorts. That same graph I mentioned, the data there showed the largest drop was among children.
That they
As
teamed
you
up to fight
said,
me.
most 5-year-olds aren't really lazy or people that we should be adjudicating their role in the economy.
When did you start
we
calling
can bring them
yourself
out of poverty so they have a fighting chance to start in an otherwise rich country. Why not try that? Professor Krugman, thank you as always.
I don't mind, but please. It's just Garrus.
We're putting in a break. We have a lot coming up.
Yeah, Garrus, really?
You nailed me good a couple times, by the way.
Somewhat embarrassing conclusion to that MAGA election audit in Arizona. And then later, you don't stick around for the beat. I implore you to stick around for the one and only Kornacki. He's here live from the Tokyo Olympics.
Besides, you were taking your sweet time. Needed to get you moving.
Love is more than just a
getting out will
feeling.
be as easy.
It's a choice.
Like
No, it
protecting
won't.
your family with life
That
insurance
bridge
from
has saved my
Ethos to
life,
ensure they
funneling
never
all
worry
those
about
witless
tuition
idiots into
or the
scope.
mortgage. You can
But
apply in minutes
it
online
works
for
both
a
ways.
policy that fits
They'll
your
slaughter
budget.
us if we try to get out
Ethos
that
offers
way.
policies
So we
from
just sit here
top-rated
and wait for them to take
carriers
us
with
out?
no medical
It's not all
dependency.
that bad.
Protect
This
your
place has
loved
held
ones
them off
now
so
and
far.
focus on what's important.
And
The reason
three
you
of
bought
you.
life insurance in the first place.
I suggest
Get a
we
free
hold
life
this
insurance quote
location,
today
wait for
at
a crack
ethoslife.com.
in their defenses, take our chances.
No
It's not a
invite
perfect
needed.
plan,
No dress
but it's a
code.
plan.
No icebreakers. This is how we do it on the West Coast.
If we fight as a team, we'll hold them off.
You're right. Their numbers won't help them in here anyway.
Two dynamic
Let's see what
voices
they're up
are on weekend mornings on MSNBC. Saturdays, Tiffany Cross takes on today's crucial issues. And Sundays, Jonathan
Looks like they know
Capehart
their
asks
infiltration
the
team
most pressing
failed.
questions about the biggest
Take a look.
newsmakers. The Cross Connection
Scouts.
and the Sunday Show.
Eclipse, I think.
Live Saturdays and Sundays beginning at 10 on MSNBC.
Trap blasting.
One less now, though.
Indeed.
And here,
We better get
which is
ready.
why the
I'll stay
scientific
up here. I
expertise
can do
that
a lot
helps
of damage
operating
from
rooms
this vantage
different
point.
is now
You
helping the places you go
can
every
do
day
what you do
to
best.
seek a
Just like
commitment
old
to
time
clean.
Shepard.
Work for the Ecolab Science Certified
Let's give these bastards
How can you
everything.
tell which one's the better? Drive through quick, but let's say show me. Based on
See, I got my bearings.
Before they start, you need Sandy sticks from Sandy 360.
Nigga. Oh, true.
Drained once a month to prevent crackouts, clogs, and embarrassing odors. Sandy sticks concentrated enzyme formula with cause and prevents the growth of oral scents, foods, and soap scum. Sandy sticks. America's best beauty products are
Impressive. Scoped and dropped.
But there's one big difference, the price. Our candidates use oil, whereas Allen used Survivor. Dealers look from major booking sites and save $30 a night. Hotel?
Not that one. Get over here.
Man.
Eclipse marks. Rear stairs.
Got no shield!
That's one.
And paid with easy tools from Chase. Simplicity feels good. Chase. Make more what's yours. Over 100 million Americans have a low credit score. Self is a new way to build credit that doesn't require a credit score. Plus, Self helps you save money every month and reports your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Today.
At Fingerhut, we don't define you by your credit score. We celebrate you being you. So we offer low monthly payments on the stuff you need, things you love, and and you build your credit history with a Fingerhut credit account.
Yeah, I still haven't cleaned that one dude.
Kitchen essentials, clothes, toys, and
Oh,
more.
guys. Yeah, one guy left.
You do you, and we'll help build your credit at Fingerhut.com.
All right, let's see how you handle this, Archangel.
Update on a story they may not want you to know about. Republicans
That's my mech, homie.
tricks employees to try to create the election. The theme in many different ways. Well, Arizona
That problem should
took
take
their
care of
ballots
itself.
and did something that they called an audit, although it wasn't one, and it's ended with a whimper, not a bang. State
Let's go watch the shooting, guys.
Maricopa County election officials, and for all the noise and the drama, and it didn't change any outcome at this point, they still found virtually no federal evidence of the kind of fraud that Trump was complaining about. 97 days were spent on this, about 400 billion changes, and was tainted in the process. All of it costing about $3 million to replace them. That number doesn't even include the $150,000 in taxpayer money that was wasted because of the audit. The process so bad that even Republicans working on it quit once it had been revised. The Republicans were left claiming they would soon release a report on the audit next month. That's 10 months after the election. So this the Justice Department is warning states But if they do these so-called audits the wrong way, they may break the law with criminal exposure, so you can't just hand out voting machines and audits daily. Now, another update, we've been reporting on news involving voting crisis, so we have something brand new. I always tell you, if new stuff happens, we'll bring it to you. President Biden asked about what's going on now on his way to where you are. He's planning for for the first time, doing the possibilities, and then discussing more potential restrictions.
Have a nice trip.
Clear the blast zone!
God dang it.
The Polish president. Yes. No, I haven't. Yes. By the way, we had a good day.
Dude, sometimes you need to not do that, bruh. Oh, you brought him in here? Good job. Punk. Yes, you're right there.
You're kicking ass, Shepard. They barely touched me. And got Jared in the process. Last 4 months.
Why were you after him?
He's been shipping tainted Ezo all over Citadel space. Half the goods I seized back at CSEC came from his team here on Omega. I took out a big shipment a while back and killed his top lieutenant
and
in
then
the
he's clearly on
process.
the case because he had the numbers off the top of his head. 1 million new vaccinations yesterday. Of course, he also gave that COVID speech yesterday.
Still got blood pack and blue cells left. You think you can make a break for it?
The administration wants to push
Let's take a look.
these vaccination numbers up. I'm going to minute break, and then we turn to something that I've been happily promoting throughout the whole show. MSNBC's Steve Kornacki live in the Tokyo Olympics, and he's teaming up with a member of old school hip hop royalty, the one and only Fab Five Freddy. After this,
He breached the lower level. Well, they had to use their brains eventually.
MSNBC celebrates
You'd better get down there,
25
Shepard.
years with 25
I'll keep the
days
bridge
of
clear.
essays that look to the future. Written by experts you
That's
know
what I'm
and
doing
trust,
too.
like
Keep one of my
Eamon
team here.
Moyadian on the growing
You sure?
refugee crisis.
Who knows what
Read
you'll
it on
find out there.
MSNBC Daily at MSNBC.com.
Jacob, stay with Gary.
to help us get
Keep
through the
him
news.
alive.
No other
Say
people
so.
were involved.
They're now going to debate it
again and
Thanks,
vote again.
Shepard.
We have to be
You better
very,
get
very
going.
precise. What
We're
he
on our
did
way.
today was word
Go
perfect.
down a level. Basement doors on the west side of the main room behind the stairs.
Is struggling
I'll
to
radio
manage your
directions
type
if you
2
need help,
diabetes
but you've got to
knocking
get
you
down
out of
there
your
quick.
zone?
Good
Lowering
luck.
your A1C with once weekly Ozempic can help you get back in it.
My zone, lowering my A1C, CV risk, and losing some weight. Now, back to the game.
Ozempic is proven to lower A1C. Most people who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. And you may lose weight. Adults lost on average up to 12 pounds. In adults also with known heart disease, Ozempic
Oh, I hate this one.
major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
Ozempic helped me get back in my type 2 diabetes zone.
Commencing shutdown. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. If you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or is allergic to it, stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic will phosphonuria or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk.
Come on, I don't like, dude, stay undercover.
Type 2 diabetes zone? Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
I just blew his.
We did it again.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's been named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics. And our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America. With J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 7 times in a row. Proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
Shoot! Every time, every time, every time. Move, move, move. Duck!
Moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take.
Yeah, I'm trying not to die, you dirt jerk. Jesus.
Pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RAT. That's Rinvoq relief.
With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints.
Ah!
Regulates it.
Always freaking happen, and I bet you it's a stupid dog that I thought I killed.
Including tuberculosis, serious infections, and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking your blood.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvo relief. Rinvo. Make it
Here we go.
medicine. Alfie may be able to help.
No shield.
Come on, Miranda, bro. Like, help me out. Miss Perfect, do some.
I thought it was Thursday. Sorry.
Watch the Krogan.
I thought it was
Secure and save when you bundle auto, home, and motorcycle insurance.
It's Friday on the beat, so you know it's time to shut down.
Here they come. There's not too many.
And I'm joined by two of our favorite guests here. We have hip-hop royalty Fat Bob Freddy, a filmmaker, a visual artist, and an architect of the street.
Fucking. Always this
He's been a
one.
big part of explaining and narrating hip-hop to the entire world. He's now working with his own cannabis line, with a social justice argument, and is featured in a new documentary called All the Streets Are Silent, a look at the convergence of hip-hop and skateboarding. And then we have our own NBC royalty, you know him well, Steve Cornett, political correspondent from
I'm gonna need you to do something, Miranda. Go over there.
where he's part of our
Understood.
lineup covering the Olympics.
You stupid broad. Ridiculous.
Anytime you're wondering where an election is headed. I should mention, since we're talking culture, that Cornett
Do some. Do some.
enthusiastic fan base, including Leslie Jones.
Now here goes. Shoot people.
Find the large shutters and seal them.
Thank you.
Video tells the story, sir.
Ugh.
Start with Steve, all the way out there.
Dang dog.
We have a tape delay. We've got
Dang dog.
That's live Olympics TV. But Steve, what are you seeing out there, and what's on your fallback list?
Yeah, Ari, and I apologize if the audio is a little rough there. There is a giant helicopter that's just been hovering overhead here, literally as we were setting up for this. But, yeah, we're entering second weekend. Obviously, gymnastics and swimming, very big part of the week. Now we shift into track and field, always where the U.S.
Go up there, Miranda.
Easy enough.
And fucking do your job, bitch.
But you asked for what would be on my...
There we go.
I think you would have been watching at these games.
Oh, you killed the damn dog. About time.
Here's something, yeah, I'm starting to get up there in the years a little bit. I'm a little sensitive to this one, so I always get inspired around when I see athletes who might be a little bit older than me, and there are not many of them left. But when it comes to equestrian for the United States, there are, and one of them in particular is really shining. How about this? The U.S. dressage team just won the silver medal this week. That's their best finish at an Olympics in half a century. The team is anchored by 52-year-old Sabine Schultz.
Come on! Are you serious? Wow.
Horse's name, and they came through in the clutch to put the United States past Great Britain into the silver medal slot. That's a great finish for the U.S. In team dressage. And then there's also this weekend here, the individual events playing out. And Phil Johnson is his name. He's competing for the United States. He's the oldest American athlete at these games. He's 57. So it's something that gives inspiration.
How did you get up here? What the heck going on out here?
Not to put you on the spot, Freddie, but the program before, and the only thing old about you, Freddie, is your age.
Find
because you're young in every other way. Your vibe, your energy.
Trying, Garrett. I'm freaking trying. This broad is useless sometimes. Miss I am perfect.
Grandmaster Math, Steve Kormacki, who has created a whole space for himself, calculating everything that we need calculated. From elections, we always see him at the Olympics.
Okay, done with y'all.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause it's beyond ridiculous. Do some, Miranda. Do some.
In the 90s, I was around but didn't know. I sort of had friends that skateboarded, but they didn't understand that whole scene and how it's connected with 90s hip hop. And it's just a fascinating film, and also.
Let's save, cause Miranda was useless.
The Olympics and the events that I
Jesus.
type skating up and down, banisters. I remember seeing friends do it back then, back in the 90s, and now we got a whole film that shows, how that laid a foundation for what's happening now. Yeah. That's so important. What do you think about what people are learning? I mean, it seems here in Tokyo, the hip-hop has gone global. And one of the positives people argue is that it's raised some consciousness, Freddie. Yeah, it definitely has. And, being over in Japan, in the movie Wild Style, which I took part in film, we went on a tour of Japan, playing in the early 80s. It was like 1982. So it's fascinating to see how deeply rooted the culture is in Japan now and so many other places. There's some really strong Japanese hip-hop culture, and everything going on.
Come on!
See the Japanese people.
Golly.
There's no audiences now, but still amazing to see where this all has come. Absolutely. Steve, I got 20 seconds to leave is the easiest.
Come on! Oh.
Grandmaster Math. Do you accept?
I'm a fucking. Oh my god. How you shoot these fools all the time?
That was awfully kind to you. Really appreciate it.
This game gets on my nerves sometimes. False. Fully armored. Fully charged. He's halfway. I shoot him in the dome twice. And I can't move.
Grandmaster Math. And you can shout out to the Olympians.
Fucking bitch, yeah.
My thanks to Steve and Freddie that does it for us here this week. Thanks for sticking with us.
Shotgun better work.
Up next with Alicia Menendez in for Joy Reid. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, Ari, I was hoping to get a shout out, but no thanks.
Shield and fail.
To you and everyone at home. I'm Alicia Menendez in for Joy Reid.
We've got hostiles on the bridge, but we're holding.
To get to in the hour ahead, including I'm Alicia Menendez in for Joy Reid. We have a lot to
get down! Good gosh.
New details we're learning.
Remastered, but need some patches, man.
To help them overturn the results of
Messing up people duck and cover like.
DOJ officials pressed for the department to declare the election he lost.
Oh, my automatic ain't automatic.
He's arrested to him. The DOJ made news on another front today, issuing an opinion that the Treasury Department
Head over.
over Trump's tax returns. The Congressional Committee is fighting together for the past
Making sure,
We're going to get to all of it in a moment, but we begin the readout with an alarming and grim new portrait of the fight against the coronavirus. An internal CDC document.
Yo, move!
Can spread as easily as chicken.
Good gosh!
Ebola, atomic cold, seasonal flu, and small.
Miranda, go over here. Do some.
Might spread the Delta variant at the same rate as
Well, Miranda sucks, man. Miranda, do something.
which now includes measures
On my way. Easy enough.
You going over there.
Right there.
You going over there, cause you stupid. Thank you. Thank you.
With Americans to get vaccinated, to applying restrictions and inconveniences to those who won't.
Stupid broad. Hell.
Point of the pandemic when cases are sweeping the country with a fully vaccinated rate for those
Sit there and do nothing. Nothing.
And still, the Republican-led revolt against any sort
Shut.
of
Oh my gosh.
Thursday, House Republicans plus protests against protocols in Congress.
Boy, please. I want to kill you.
A sweep taking aim at mask mandates in businesses and schools. Joining me now, Dr. Irwin Redmond.
Seal. Okay. It's an automatic rifle. Why am I getting short bursts?
Dr. Redlener, I want to start with
Get
you.
back
Just
here, Shep.
walk me
Coming in through the
through
door.
the findings as you understand them, because there is a lot to take in. What most concerns you?
I need better new weapons.
What most concerns me, Alicia, is that we started off thinking that vaccinated people would not carry the virus as much as unvaccinated people. It turns out that that's not true. That 75% of the cases needed to determine cases of COVID are actually.
Yeah, keep walking in my line of sight, girl.
If you've been fully vaccinated, you will very likely be protected from serious clinical symptoms and hospitalizations and death from the virus, but it will not protect you from carrying the infection with few or little or no symptoms. And this is important because that means that while you won't get very sick if you're vaccinated, you still may be a carrier that will make it a problem for people.
They got inside already?
Which includes people with older, people with conditions, people with immune suppression.
Where the heck are you, Miranda?
This is an important new piece
Good
of data
gosh.
that is telling us that we must take extra precautions whether you're vaccinated or not in terms of staying.
Shoot him. Y'all were not shooting at him?
Keeping distance and so on. So the fight is still going and it's changing, and we're just going to have to accept the new data as stimulated changes or differences.
Oh, you finally decided to use that. Jesus, y'all suck.
With the lowest vaccination rate, and you wrote a piece in the Washington Post about the misinformation that your patients are encountering. What types
Thank God I get Garrus back. Misses.
And I think a lot of the country is as well. That misinformation is everywhere. And to me, with this new information that
the
we just
worst.
I think we're facing a class 5
I hate short
hurricane
burst.
approaching us in a major way right now.
How
We're
they
not
got
able to
through.
really comprehend
And we
just
took out
yet.
Garm and his
Our
blood pack.
projections, at least in Alabama,
better
is
and
that we by
one
Labor
tough son of
Day
a
will be 2 to 3 times our highest number of cases that we've ever seen. And the public isn't ready for that. You put that together with a virus that's ridiculously easy to transmit, and now this information about transmission even among vaccinated people, we have got to go back to standards of public health prevention, mitigation, which includes mandating masks. When a governor or public official takes that off the table, it's like sending us into war.
12 subscribers. Thank you. Keep subscribing. Hit that little button below. Hit the like button as well. You know the drill.
I say we take our chances and fight our way out.
I think you're right. Derek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head on.
Before mandating
Damn it, I thought I took that thing out already.
Oh my goodness. Cover.
They fixed it, but not completely.
Something that I think the administration is looking into. It's something that I think is
They're offloading troops. Watch your back.
Overall, I think in general, I am all for vaccination. But I have nothing further to say right now except for
How you die already? Jeez, Miranda, you can't be this weak, bro. Yeah, the dead one. You use gravity on the dead guy. Instead of the live and well chick. Come on, Shaky.
What we can hope for, though, is like 1,000 points of vaccination where companies, universities, people who put on events say, you're not coming in the door here unless you're vaccinated and can prove it. And the other thing I just want to say quickly, Alicia, is that we're into
crazy land where people are not getting vaccinated because they're afraid that we're going to put microchips in it, or they're about to become magnetic. It's out of control, and it's not really a question for the public health people. We're saying over and over again, everyone is get vaccinated.
Shields have failed.
To get vaccinated. But that's the field that we're playing on here. We're playing on something very bizarre and unprecedented in American society. It's going to take other kinds of expertise besides the people who are health, young meaning as we are. But it's going to, we have to break another political but in the meantime, I'm urging companies, schools, businesses, please say no entry unless you've been vaccinated and can prove it.
I want you to take a listen to what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has planned for Florida.
Garrus, you did not try to do that.
I'll be signing an executive order which directs the Florida Department of Education and Department of Health to issue emergency rules protecting the rights of parents to make this decision about wearing masks for their children. We think that that's the most fair way to do it. You know,
enemies in front.
I have young kids. My wife.
Shoot, stupid bride.
You were on the forefront of this in the hospital. Schools are about to reopen. Parents like me are wondering what we're supposed to do with our kids. Does this just actually allow for more?
Firing now.
DeSantis just said what he did was basically about this Delta virus is that it is having more illness in kids. At our children's hospital, for the first time, we're seeing children in COVID.
Garrus!
And some of them are going on ventilators. So, in essence, by taking away the opportunity to mandate masks, he's basically throwing children and caution to the wind and putting them in harm's way. This, I think, should be questioned, and all it's going to take is a few kids in Florida to go into the hospital and die, and we'll look back and say, okay, your executive order is leading to the unnecessary deaths that would be otherwise preventable in children in your state. Is that the legacy that you really want to leave behind?
Nobody wants to see particularly when they get in this news. It's becoming more clear that this is a virus that wants to mutate. We've seen reports on how unvaccinated clusters allow more dangerous variants to form. It would seem to me that the stakes for getting people vaccinated have risen, and the challenge for how to message on this has only gotten harder. Just today, Ben Wakana of the White House COVID-19 response team tweeted in all caps, vaccinated people do not transmit the virus at the same rates as unvaccinated people.
The doc's correcting with surgical procedures and some cybernetics.
Which of course contradicts the leaked document we saw from the CDC. How do you square those two things?
Shepard.
Yeah, how do you square it? It's right, Alicia. But the thing of it is that we know for a fact that vaccinated people and unvaccinated people can carry
Garrus, you were always ugly.
heavy load
Slap some face paint
of
on
this
there and no one will
virus.
even
There's no
notice.
question about it. Are there going to be nuances and differences? We'll see. But in the meantime, like Dr. was just saying, we are actually seeing a reckless abandonment of common sense guidelines. It is unspeakable that a governor of a state like Florida is forbidding the mandating of a vaccine or wearing masks. I just don't know what he's thinking, but it is profoundly ignorant and dangerous, and hopefully the people of his state will realize before that outcome of losing children to this virus actually it becomes visible in Florida or anywhere else. But we're at a real turning point here, and people have to kind of begin to take this seriously. And if the government, like I said earlier, it's up to businesses, organizations, universities to say you can't come in unless you're vaccinated.
Dr. Sack, I have about 30 seconds left, but your sense of the incentives that would actually work to get people vaccinated.
Yeah, it sort of blows my mind a little bit that preserving your health and protecting yourself isn't incentive enough.
Change that stupid gun. No short burst, please.
We go out and we find people where they live, find out why they are hesitant to be vaccinated, and do what we have to do to get them in.
There you are, baby.
Centers. But in the meantime, we really need to mask up right now. If you're vaccinated or not, this is a new ball game. It's a new virus. We have to apply the old rules to this situation.
Need to go find my pistol anyways.
Up next on the readout, stunning new evidence of Trump's attempts to overturn the election, with Congress obtaining handwritten notes from a call where Trump pressured the DOJ to declare the election, quote, corrupt. Plus, we're going to talk to Democratic Congressman Cori Bush, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Ayanna Pressley.
Who wants some?
Federal eviction ban that's set to expire tomorrow, and what that means for the millions of Americans struggling to make ends meet right now. And Republicans continue with their usual theatrics, with no regard for the deadly consequences.
Apparently, according to the CDC, vaccines don't work anymore. That science thing, inoperative.
We shouldn't have to say this, but that's an outright lie. The CDC has never said that vaccines don't work. The readout continues after this.
From head to bite,
That's it. Tiny baby dolphin.
to really remote resort, Rashida.
Not remote enough, apparently.
The new City Custom Cash Card is different. It automatically adjusts so you can earn cash back where your spending is
What I should wear. Just for something not too crazy. Remember, it's a business dinner, not a costume party.
On the Spotty Network, this is what she heard.
Just for something crazy. Remember, it's a costume party. Costume party. Yeah.
Don't trust first impressions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the crown jewel of 5G.
Anybody want to split a turkey leg?
As a repairman, I hear a lot of folks say they feel like they have to rinse off dirty dishes like these before loading them into the dishwasher. The new Cascade Platinum changes all that. New Cascade Platinum for 50% more cleaning power. It dissolves fast to start cleaning sooner, releasing the silky power of Dawn. Then, Cascade's food-seeking enzymes latch on and break down food into particles so small they can flow right down the drain. And it's powerful enough for the quick wash cycle. New Cascade Platinum with 50% more cleaning power. The #1 brand just got better.
I'm receiving warranty warnings about the slots where Dr. Morton Solis runs the clinic. They're now going to debate it again and vote again. We have to be very, very precise. What he did today was very perfect.
appear to believe that he is dead. Works for me.
End it not. Humans are applying to galactic
Help keep elephants in our world.
You're a plight.
Visit WWFHeals.com. Don't call this number and symbolically adopt an elephant for just $12 a month. Your support will help WWF protect elephants and other threatened wildlife and their habitats. Go online or call in the next 5 minutes and we'll send you an adoption kit with this adorable plush elephant. Don't let them disappear forever. Act now to help keep elephants and other precious wildlife. Go online or call now.
Walking around.
Previous owners left in a hurry, so
Still dying. The strong still exploiting the weak. Nothing I can do.
Hush up, child.
Hello there. Might interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me out this forsaken rock.
The heart-pounding Audi SUV.
I buy a lot of parts
Get
and
exceptional
equipment.
offers at your local Audi
We can
dealer.
make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harry.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvage parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket out the station.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way.
They're
I
here.
couldn't let you do that.
Seasonal favorites
This is
from
my
Imperfect
mistake on
Foods.
my
The grocery
pilgrimage.
delivery service
It's
on
my
a mission
problem.
to build a better food system
There you go.
by offering imperfect
1,000
foods that are
credits.
still perfectly
Get out of
delicious.
here.
like fresh fruits and vegetables, meat and dairy, exclusive items you won't find anywhere else. You can fill your pantry.
Stop getting robbed, fool.
With reliable delivery once a week, grocery shopping has never been easier or more responsible. Perfect. Shop now.
We can use this.
Off your first 4 orders with code PERFECT4 at imperfectfoods.com/TV.
In a major breaking story today, we're learning new details of Donald Trump's unprecedented effort to nullify the results of a free and fair election. Just 2 weeks before the vote was certified by Congress, Trump pressured the Department of Justice to lie to the American public, pushing top officials at DOJ to declare that the 2020 election was corrupt. That's according to records from the December phone call between Trump, former acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen,
The heck?
and his former deputy.
What the heck did I do?
Took contemporaneous notes to document that conversation. According to those notes, Values told the president to, quote, understand that the DOJ can't and won't snap its
That's why I'm wrong with.
of the election. It doesn't work that way. Trump reportedly responded, quote, I don't expect you to do that. Just say that the election was corrupt.
I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole
I'm human,
you
ass.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums.
The doctor? That crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. Now here Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck. The area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone.
In reality, according to the Justice Department, it was less than 1%
Listen, you're stuck here till this quarantine's over. That can take weeks.
Trump was
What you
undeterred,
really need is to get this
insisting
problem
that
solved right
we
now.
have an obligation to
That's what I
tell
do.
people that this
Solve
was an
problems.
illegal, corrupt
Let me in and I'll
election.
get this district straightened
This
out.
wasn't some
You
idle
think you can
request.
fix
He
this?
made
Why
clear
not?
their jobs were on the
Quarantine is
line
more to
if they
keep
refused
infected
to do
people
this
in
bid.
anyway.
Telling them that,
I'll
quote,
radio
people
ahead, tell them
want
you're coming
me to
in.
replace
Wait, you're
DOJ
stopping
leadership.
me, but not them?
Joined now by Ellie
You
Masal,
son of a
Justice
bitch.
correspondent for The Nation,
You don't
and
have a
Jennifer
grenade
Harrison,
launcher,
former
lady.
federal
Get
prosecutor.
lost.
Thank you both so much for being with me. Ellie, what do you make of those notes and of that conversation?
The scariest thing there is that he's saying, what, leave it to me,
to stick with the squad who's immune to
Trump, to leave it to me and the Republican
It's your call,
Congressman.
Shepard.
What does that
You
mean?
need me. I'm not going to let
Like
a call
that's
keep me
saying,
back.
leave the gasoline outside, I'll handle the rest, right? Like the level of illegality this man was willing to go to. Now, personally, I already feel like I knew that Trump was willing to destroy the entire government in order to stay in power, but this really kind of proves it in stark detail. And you have to wonder, why are Republicans continuing to defend this man, to trumpet his cause, to defend a big lie, and to do this bidding? Who are the Republican congressmen that Trump was talking about that were going to help him steal this election and conduct a coup against this nation? Who are they? They should be named as well, and we should understand who they are too. So like just the level of deceit and corruption this man was willing to go to. Again, it's not new information, it's not breaking information, but it is now, provable information.
Yeah, Doug, I want to underscore some of the language there. Leave the rest to me. What does that suggest to you?
It suggests that for the first time, perhaps, prosecutors will have direct evidence of Donald Trump's corrupt intent, his criminal state of mind, his guilty mens rea. This, Alicia, is the holy grail for prosecutors. When you get direct evidence, and direct evidence is simply words out of the mouth of a defendant, that he was told by his own Department of Justice officials that the election was not fraudulent, it was not corrupt, and he communicated back to them,
Thanks for the info.
I don't care. Just say it was. Leave the rest to me.
There we go. That's a gun, not this bull crap I had before. Automatic.
Corrupt intent. The prosecution, the Department of Justice, now has the corrupt intent to go together with the guilty act. And one question I would ask is, why did people like Jeffrey Rosen and Richard Donahue
cover this up? Why didn't they come forward with it? Because their cover-up of this allowed January 6th to happen. These are some of the questions that I think we're going to have to get answers to moving forward.
But in another part of the exchange, Trump falsely claims that the elections in Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, and Michigan were all corrupted. He accuses the DOJ of failing to respond to legitimate reports of crimes, and truly unbelievably, to back all of that up, he tells them that, quote, you guys may not be following the internet the way I do the internet. Glenn, what would happen if the DOJ made decisions based on internet rumors rather than evidence?
Well, they wouldn't win a lot of cases because what we see on the rare evidence out of the mouths of his own Department of Justice officials, people who he put in place, he chooses to disregard and say, well, the internet or maybe the tabloids. I heard somebody say somewhere, you know, this is a very thinly, you know, a very thin veneer of plausibility that Donald Trump is reaching for. But I'll tell you, I really can't overestimate the importance of the ability of prosecutors to now prove Donald Trump's corrupt intent. So when he stood up on January 6th and said, stop the steal, we can prove with the testimony of Jeff Rosen that he knew it wasn't a steal.
Ali, what is interesting to me is that here you have DOJ officials saying no, but if Trump were to get a do-over, what would stop him from installing a bunch of lackeys who would allow this type of behavior?
Well, it kind of goes back to Glenn's point. What would stop him right now would be Merrick Garland and the current Justice Department having the will to prosecute him for his bad acts, right? We now have the proof. Glenn laid it out. We now have the proof. We now have the case in writing to make against Donald Trump. What we don't know that we have is the will of the current DOJ to do that work. If they don't have the will, if they shrink from their responsibilities, if they run away
what if they
from
spread the
justice,
virus so they can take over
what
the
is
district?
going to happen is that Trump or DeSantis or Pauly, whatever, some Trump-ish person will get back in charge and install other people in the Department of Justice who they know for sure will do their bidding should this issue come around, and should they have to declare an election corrupt in the future. They know what they'll be hiring for. They can go on Indeed.com and be like, I need corrupt people to run the Justice Department. That's what's going to happen next time if Garland doesn't do the right thing this time.
You know, Glenn, you listen to the language, and it all has echoes of what happened with Ukraine.
I was afraid to go to him before.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. What did he say to President Zelensky? I don't care, in substance. I don't care whether Biden and his son did anything wrong. What I need you to do is step to the microphone and announce an investigation so I can then take political advantage of the fact that you announced a bogus investigation. This is more of the same, and like Ellie said, when will the Department of Justice step up and do what the American people deserve? Hold a former president who committed crimes accountable.
Ellie, I want to bring in another major story from today. The Justice Department concluded that the Treasury Department must turn over former President Donald Trump's tax returns to a congressional committee that has been seeking them for the past 2 years. That said, the government agreed to give Trump's lawyers 72 hours notice before turning over any returns to give him time to try to prevent the disclosure. Ellie, is this going to mark the end of Trump's long-fought battle to keep those returns secret?
You know, maybe, but like, I'm
the size says it all, Ellie. The size says it all.
It's been 2 years, and he's never had a legal case. He has never had a good, colorable legal reason to prevent the House Ways and Means Committee from seeing his tax returns. That has never been on the table. The entire tactic has been delay, 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 and obfuscate. So now, 2 years later, when he's already out of power, now we're finally going to get the tax returns to the House Ways and Means. Maybe after he does some other legal shenanigans and tries to get it. It will take another year to decide this. Like, it's just shows again the actual legal system is going to ignore the law and dare somebody to play around with it. And so I again come back to the first again. If you not prosecute him for what you have in court, if you don't take responsibility now, then he's going to get away with it. Every single person who holds that office knows the playbook to avoid
Glenn, do you agree with that assessment?
I do agree. I agree with Ellie that he never had a legal leg to stand on, but the reason it was delayed for so long, when the law says if the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee makes a request for somebody's tax returns, they shall be turned over. What he had going for him, Donald Trump, was Bill Barr, was Steve Mnuchin, and others in his executive branch who were willing to ignore or violate the law. But I'm with Ellie. He's now come to the end of the road, and Congress will get his tax returns.
Okay, so what would you be looking for in those returns?
I want to look for foreign influence. I want to look for criminal tax evasion. Listen, the New York District Attorney has been out front on this issue. Cy Vance went to the Supreme Court twice to get financial records from his accounting firm, Mazars, and he's got them now. DOJ is playing catch-up on the criminal tax front, and I have a feeling if the New York indictment, which charges larceny for stealing taxpayer money, it charges.
Oh, what is up with the glitch?
I am betting Donald Trump has got some really interesting information in his tax returns.
Ellie, what are you betting is in there? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm also looking for pump and dump, right? Like it's the Michael Cohen scheme, right? That we talked about, where Trump inflates his real estate assets when it comes time to get a loan and deflates them when it comes time to pay taxes. That is something that Michael Cohen has already testified to them doing, and that's what I want out of these tax returns, because that to me is the most serious and the most prosecuted.
Looking at both of these stories that we have coming out of the DOJ, I think the real appetite here, of course, is for some accountability. Where do you see the greatest promise of a path to accountability for this administration?
So, most importantly, Donald Trump is a federal problem. He violated federal laws. In a very real sense, the American people are the victims of Donald Trump's crimes. And a federal problem cries out for a federal solution that looks like a federal indictment. That being said, will New York potentially be the first one to implement a move through the Trump Organization Would you be the first one to indict him because they've got the goods on a recorded phone call where he says, I need somebody to find the 11,780 votes that fell off the back of a truck somewhere so I can be declared the winner of the Georgia election. You know, the state investigations are important, and they must be conducted, but we need him to be for violating the laws of the United States as president of the United States.
Taking heavy fire!
With the DOJ, he's already on the Georgia case for an attempted election fraud is to me the most straightforward, like you when you're wrapping the jail
moratorium on evictions, which expires tomorrow. Democratic Congressman Cory Bush, Alexandria Ocasio.
Wow.
We're America's largest 5G network. So get out there. Take the Epic iPhone 12 with 5G gives you current and new customers.
Firing an impact shot.
Experience it with our new Magenta Max plan with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. And connect your devices on the go. 20 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data. That's right. Unlimited premium data. iPhone 12 on us. Get out there with T-Mobile.
It seems we've crossed into local territory.
The Blue Suns
Introducing the new City Custom Cash Card, a different kind of card that rewards Rashida worker spending is trending. Just ask overly confident DIY Rashida.
Wait, is this the right wall?
Or last-minute gift shopping, Rashida?
I'm putting a bow on it.
Even sneaking away for a vacay, Rashida?
Hey, earn this, okay?
From home improvement, drugstores, select travel, and more. Earn 5% cash back that automatically adjusts to your top eligible spend category, up to $500 spent each billing cycle.
Warden saved my life. Professor, we're running low on toxins.
Use melanorin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good as causes cramping material.
Can't be tempered. Silenced. Caged. It can only be set free.
Professor Morden Solus?
Dear stranger, you don't know me.
Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else. Vorcha, a crew to clean them out, and like Vorcha, a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use of bioweapon. No.
Love of God, take a breath. I came here to find you, okay? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm on a critical mission, and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast.
Ever heard of an organization called Cerberus?
Cross paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with you. Why request Salarian?
It's you who keeps me going.
The collectors are kidnapping entire human populations. We're gonna find out why and stop them.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineering. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
I'll get in and deal with the Vorcha. That sounded troubling.
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future. I hope.
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variance.
Unnecessary mutation.
Possible goal. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense.
Any idea where I can find him?
Heard him. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things
For a
escalated.
doctor,
Wasn't always a doctor. Advantage of being Solarian. Turians, Krogan, Vorcha, all obvious threats. Never see me coming.
I like
The
Morden.
environmental plant.
Yes, good. Restore power. Release cure. We'll be here when you return.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. Made me sick.
Parents, oh my goodness, bro. You know you can't lift his heavy butt. Stay down, Miranda. I hate when I do that. Ah! Dang it.
I'm telling you the truth. I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we'll kill your friend.
I know you're scared of the Vorcha, of the plague, but this man isn't to blame. If he was spreading the virus, why would he come into Vorcha territory? They're immune.
She's right. Doesn't make any sense. If we release the prisoner, we can go.
You have my word on it.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna kill me. Did Morden send you to find me?
The professor could use your help right now. He's got too many patients and not enough volunteers.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you... well, everything.
Incoming! One less!
Say you keep walking and then you talk about friendly fire.
Hostiles!
And that's the difference between automatic and not. 3-shot burst. I don't want to do burst. I do it myself. I don't need you. Just like that.
No shield!
for me.
Watch out!
This will put him down. Who's next?
Actually, I was charging his bitch.
The environmental controls should be nearby. We need to insert the cure, then reactivate the fans.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
What do the collectors want?
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first. Ah.
We've been spotted. 9-9. Taking heavy fire.
That was my headshot.
The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
Excellent. The cure is in place. Now we need to reactivate the fans. Here we go.
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
Oh, now y'all come down. I had to kill everybody. Move, 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 move. Move, 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 move. Oh my. Stupid Krogan. Oh, come on. That's why you always have to save. Because stupid shit like that. Yep. And then I can't hit the right side of the barn no more.
Shepard, I've scanned the room. The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
Excellent. The cure is in place. Now we need to reactivate the fans.
This will put him down.
No shit.
This'll put him down!
Here we go. This fan is powering back up. Still need to activate the other. The one.
Hell of a shot.
We'll need more than that.
Both fans are online. Morden should be pleased.
Sometimes you gotta run and gun.
All targets eliminated.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Fortune retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I made a promise to spare them if they let you go. I honor my promises.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
My pillow is more like a source of nightmares due to CEO Mike Lindell's delusion.
Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorjar gone.
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
We're heading out. See you on the Normandy.
Now Fox is rejecting one of the Pillow Guys promos, and he is pulling all of his other ads. His frustration with Fox has been palpable for months.
Is Fox here?
As he has descended further into a dangerous voter fraud fantasy land,
The election was hacked.
even Fox has tuned him out. Now Lindell is promising a big August reveal.
Then we're gonna bring it as a quote.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
So he wanted to run an ad on Fox touting his theories, promoting a live-streamed event. And Fox said no. Networks are
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once. Retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes. This mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all, except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No, spreads too slow. Airborne virus.
You don't have to sit there and guess. I collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. We're going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solis.
If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
The ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board. Non-human crew members. Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists. Need to identify, neutralize technology. Need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
So he's digging a rabbit hole even deeper, and he's not building himself a ladder to climb back out. Frankly, Aaron, he needs to get out of the politics business and get back to Billows, because he was pretty good at that.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing, right? Sometimes stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Brian. And next, a thinner than expected crust, a larger liquid core, and earthquakes. It's amazing what we are now learning about Mars.